What's up, guys? Happy to be here. Thanks for having me on.
Of
Yeah,
course. So
absolutely.
you've been trying to find your way into the Patriots organization the last couple of weeks here. You've
Well,
attended.
he's
He isn't. He
he's
isn't. He isn't. You've attended a couple of training camps so far.
I've been to the whole thing. I've been to training camp every day for work. I'm with CLNS Media. If you want to check out some of our stuff, you can go to clnsmedia.com or on Twitter, Patriots Press Pass. We'll have all your stuff covered. I'm sure you've seen some of the clips that we've had. They've been sort of circling around. Everyone's taken them
Yeah.
without crediting us, but we have some pretty cool clips. So yeah, just been out there getting content, gathering some info, and I'm actually pretty excited for the season. Unlike some other people, I have some cautious optimism about where we're going. So I'm excited, but yeah, happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
I love it. I have not cautious optimism. I have dangerous optimism.
Okay.
I think. Yeah.
I think we're gonna be terrible.
Yeah.
So-
Okay. So on that record, what have been the vibes around camp?
Yeah.
What have been some?
Has it been like insanely hot?
Yeah.
Unrelated
The
football.
last few days were brutally hot. Yeah. At first, because it started last Wednesday was the first day, and it was nicer out. And then the last few days have just been brutal. And Gerard kind of talked about that, saying like that he likes that it's hot because adversity and all that stuff. But the vibes have been good. I mean, obviously this is my first year there. I wasn't there under any Belichick era, but there's music playing all the time. There's off-season award winners, so like there's a full list you can find. I don't know if you saw that the Patriots like released a full list of off-season award winners. If you do something good, you get an off-season award, and you get to pick the playlist for the next day. All stuff that you would just never hear under a Bill Belichick implemented system. So that's the whole thing with Gerard Mayo is that he's a player-first coach, and like you can tell just by being there. He's more friendly. I mean, again, this is my first year, but Bill Belichick, known for being kind of an asshole to the media.
Right.
Gerard's not like that at all. He's super warm. He's super approaching, and it's just like the vibes are good. And we've asked the players about it. I say we meaning like all the media people there, and they all say that it's a noticeable difference from what it was, in years past. It seems like it's a lot more fun, and they're a lot more just happy to be there.
Sweet.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of that. A lot of players, especially the young guys, are like, or even the year two guys are like, this is a big difference than what it was. And I think the first thing to me that was like, wow, this really is different, is that Matthew Judon is still a New England Patriot, because I don't know if he would be if Bill Belichick was still
Yeah,
coaching. I think he'd
right.
be cut right away.
It
Like,
seemed
Yeah.
like those, I don't know if you can talk about those 2 days or one day that he wasn't at practice. He left practice a day early, then wasn't there.
Yeah.
Back. I wonder, if Mayo just went in and was like a normal human being with him. Like it feels like what
So
the case with Bill.
yeah, so what I saw, and credit to Phil Perry and the NBC Sports Boston guys because they got some decent footage of it. Um, so that was the day after we heard about the Barmore news. And Devon Godshaw's agent, Drew Rosenhaus, like a big name
Oh
agent,
yeah.
flew out to New England and was on the field with Elliott Wolf and Matt Groh on that day. So Judon comes out. This is speculation. It looks like he was planning on practicing. But the thing with Devon Godshaw, who obviously ended up signing that extension on Wednesday,
Right.
is that when Devon Godshaw signed that extension, and this was before he signed the extension, Judon was going to be the last one left that hadn't gotten the new deal. Because if you think about all the guys the Patriots have brought back this year, there's been
Right.
like over 10 extensions or re-signings. And the way I interpret it is that Judon saw Drew Rosenhaus on the field, is thinking to himself, okay, that probably means that this Devon Godshaw thing is going to get done soon. And that's when that was the straw that broke the camel's back on Monday. Because before he had, he had talked to the media and said, I'm going to play through, like, I do have a year on my contract. I'm going to be playing. I'm going to, even though we disagree, I'm going to still come out here every day. And then he came out and he sits on top of, I don't know what he was sitting on top of, like some gear, and not participating. Mayo comes up to him. They say a few words. He walks off the field, comes back on in flip-flops, and then talks to Elliott Wolf and Matt Groh. I don't know what they were saying. No one knows what they were saying. But you can't assume it was, I'm really happy to be here. It had to have been some sort of negative conversation that they have, because then he walked back off the field and then didn't practice on Tuesday, was posting pictures playing NCAA.
Right.
So, it's like, and then whatever happened on Wednesday, the off day, Devon got that contract finalized. And then Judon was back on Thursday. And then that was the first time we got to talk to Mayo since it happened. And at that point, he said, Judon's going to be back here today, full participant in practice. We had good conversations and we're moving forward. And he reiterated that on Saturday. He said, we're moving past the Judon situation. I don't know if that means we're done talking with Judon about his contract, or if that means we're done with all this drama and we're going to, like, they clearly want to keep the situation internal and as in-house as possible. So I don't know where that's going to go. He could get traded. He could get extended. He could get a temporary raise this year is also an option, or he could just stick around and just play through on that deal. And, you know, they're not going to agree, but he'll play through this year and then, you know, fight for that big time money when he hits the open market next year. Those are all the possibilities that I have. But yeah, yesterday and the day before, he was a fully padded participant in practice, doing everything that you would want. But last Monday was definitely a disaster on that front with him.
Right. Gotcha. Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Crazy stuff.